Hey everybody, this is Daniel with Bothersome Truth, and I just wanted to get right into it and talk about this story with the Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte and his comments about President Obama calling him son of a whore, and what's going on in his country, and the irony of his criticism of the United States on our human rights criticisms of him. So you may not have heard a lot about this. I'm going to put a description of everything in the comments, but basically the president of the Philippines is has only been president about 2 months. I may read a little bit from it because I got the story right here on my surface. And he has been pushing this to clean the Philippines up when it comes to drugs. So he's been giving people in the Philippines permission to kill drug dealers. Even not just the police had the permission to do this, but from what I've read, also citizens. So they've rounded up people to the tune of let me get it here. They're saying an estimated 2,400 killings. This is according to NPR, committed by police and vigilantes since he was inaugurated June 30th. So this is important. This is the beginning. This is the context for what he said about President Obama. So the UN Secretary, Obama, others have criticized him for this, saying, where's the due process? Where's the habeas corpus? Ironic that President Obama and others will bring that up because we're losing that here in America. But I digress. So the president responded with one of his favorite insults, calling Obama son of a whore, son of a bitch. It just depends on how you translate it in that language. And so Obama was going to meet with him. He's not going to meet with him now. The president is now trying to scramble to apologize and offer regret for his words. But what I find really interesting is this president has been talking about not only the issues in his country, but the issues in America for the past couple of weeks. He's brought up the police shootings of unarmed blacks in this country and said, how can America criticize me for what's happening in my country when they're doing this in their country and they don't have justice? I find that interesting. Now, I just want to be clear here. I'm not condoning what he's doing in that country at all. Like, habeas corpus matters. It matters to have due process to make sure that people are actually guilty of the crimes that we accuse them of before we take actions on them. From what the reports show, he's not doing that. So this is extremely dangerous, it's tragic, and it's problematic. But I do find it interesting that even though he's doing these things and using this language against the president, which I don't condone or support that either, he's bringing up issues that are going on in this country and everybody's just kind of breezing by it. People are looking at what he said and his criticism of what's happening in his country, but they're not looking at his criticism of the United States. And this is why nuance is so important. This is what I try to accomplish in the videos that I record and the things that I talk about. I'm trying to bring nuance to these conversations that nobody brings to these serious issues that go on in our country. And there's nuance here. We can look at what he said about President Obama and say that was wrong and out of line. We can look at what he's doing in his country and say that that is horrific and tragic. We can also look at his criticism of the United States and say, well, there's validity here. We need to talk about this. We can parse all these things out, separate them, and then discuss them one by one. And that's why I'm doing this video. The whole point of me talking about this is because I feel like that part of the narrative is going to get swept under the rug. It'll be ignored. Nobody's going to address it. And I don't want that to happen because I think even people in other countries are saying, hey, there's a problem in the United States. They don't know how to properly police their citizens, and they are infringing on the rights of their citizens, and they are not in any care or concern about the violations of those citizens' constitutional rights. And that's the truth. Look at the Baltimore Department of Justice report. Look at the Ferguson Department of Justice report. It's not just my opinion. There's reports showing this. Over the span of a year, they studied this in Baltimore and found this has been consistently happening to black people. And I can assure you, that is not the only city or state where that's happening. So I just want you to have this story. I hope you read it, take a look at it, and tell me what you think. That's the most important part of this. I've told you what I think. Now tell me what you think. I'm going to put a link to the stories in the description and then leave some comments so that we can talk about this. And maybe there's something I missed in the story that you want to share with me. But this has been Daniel with Bothersome Truth, and I'll see you next.